Hi everybody, welcome back to FTL Fridays. Today we are going to be starting a new adventure after our thrilling victory last week with the Nasasio-1, which was the stealth cruiser. We are moving forward into what I consider to be maybe the most difficult ship to start with. If you're new to the game and you somehow manage to acquire the rock cruiser, maybe through some sort of a enhanced purchase where you just unlock everything to start with, it's probably going to be one of the more difficult ones to start with. So let's go ahead and grab this ship once here, take a look at what we have to start with. So at first glance, why is this ship so difficult to use? Well, if you look at the weapon loadout, no lasers, no beams, no ions, just missiles. So we have two different missile weapons, both of which are, they're basically strong. They both do 2 damage. This one does extra to systemless rooms, but that's besides the point. The fact is, if you are not smart with how you play, your missiles are gone very, very, very quickly. So this one requires a lot of micromanaging. Make sure you're really smart about how you're spending. So it's definitely not an easy ship to use. So definitely get familiar with the game before you really commit to trying to beat it with this ship here. In fact, I don't even expect to do well myself. First up, let us rename our ship the Bulwark1. I feel like there's going to be Bulwark 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know how many bulwarks there's going to be. As far as the weapon loadout, we saw that there's 2 missile weapons. The rest of the ship itself, nothing as far as unique systems, nothing really cool on that front. We do have one augment, which is the rock plating. Superior hull armor provides 15% chance to negate incoming hull damage. So what does that mean? So hull damage is the damage that you take to your ship. So 15% chance to negate it. So if something would damage your hull, you have a 15% chance. 15% is not very high. That's still almost every single hull damaging attack still damaging you. So in the grand scheme of things, is this going to save you? Maybe in a bind, yes. But in the long run, you're still going to take 85% of the damage that always comes in. So your best bet, build up your shields, work on your evasion, and just prevent damage altogether. Our staff, our crew rather, bunch of rock guys. If you know anything about the rock guys, they are slow as balls. That's about it. So they're slow, but they're tough. So anybody that boards us will be able to handle them. They're good with fires. Other than that, nothing really special about this ship at all. So without further ado, let's get in there and let's just see what we start with. I think we only start with a few missiles to begin with, so... Okay, I stand corrected. We have almost 30 missiles to start with. But believe me, if you're running auto fire, 30 missiles is going to be gone in no time. I guarantee it. So, in the interest of protecting my weapons rooms from oncoming attack, I'm just going to switch this order up here, so if I do get hit, I'm not losing my better of the 2 to start with. Alright, let's power both these bad boys up. As far as energy expenditure, nothing to worry about really there. As far as the rooms they're in, it's a really unique ship as far as rooms go. You can just open up the entire middle if you like to prevent boarders, but we'll wait until I get more people on my ship before I start dealing with who's going to go where, once people start having some skills. So let's just see if we can get through this first sector without too many bad things happening. So we got nebulas to contend with. If I really wanted to get down here, I don't think that's a real big issue. I can go... Yeah, we'll just kind of go up here and then start looping around and work our way back up. I think we can hit just like that. Yeah, we're going to hit plenty just by going the top route, So, oh, we got a slaver right to start with. So I love slavers, because then we can get extra crew member. Unfortunately, I would like to scrap, but extra crew member right off the bat is not going to be bad either. So the thing we need to really watch for is what's going to be the smartest thing for us to attack. when we're looking at attacking other ships, what's going to hurt us in the long run? That's going to be usually their weapon systems. So it typically makes sense to fire one missile at their weapons and another missile literally anywhere else. So in my case, the hull missile makes sense to shoot the hull missile at a systemless room. So it's to be doing 4 damage. So 2, 4, 2, 4. So he has 8 total health. So first Artemis is going to hit this one. It's going to do 2. And then I can do 4 on this one. And then 1 more Artemis. So 3 missiles total, assuming he doesn't dodge all of them. So just looking at this first battle, 3 missiles to kill him. So let's just say 9, or let's just say 27 missiles. That's 9 jumps that we can make. That's assuming that nothing misses. So we can get more than 9 jumps just in Sector 1. So it basically means if we don't find a laser weapon, we're screwed. We may as well just fly into an asteroid field and wait for it to kill us. So that's what we have to look forward to. Like I said, 30 missiles goes by really, really quickly. If you're using 3 per attack, that's pretty much how it's going to go. So ultimately, what's going to make this ship successful is if you can get laser-based weapons, if you can get good defense, or maybe a drone, or maybe even a teleporting pad to start boarding enemy ships. You need some other way to kill enemy ships besides just these missile weapons. But with that said, we're going to fire Artemis, which is just a regular one. And he fires that, not a big deal. It connected, which is what we wanted. He's got 6 health left, which is what we expected. Systemless room does 4 damage like I expected. And actually we got away with 2 missiles instead of 3 because he's sending us O'Regan. We're going to call him Oregon in the future. We will accept, and we are going to put him... He's got no skills, so he's going to go in the sensor room. Good place for him right now. Eventually we'll put somebody in the door room, and then this guy can be a wanderer, but not really an issue right now. Alright, here we go. Let's start the long process of getting by here. So every attack is going to pretty much start out the same. Oh, it's early on. Let's invite him. Charlie, another rock guy. He is a fixer-upper. I think he is going to be perfect for the door room. Because he will give me one little bump on the door. And he's close to the shield room if that's a problem. Normally I like to have the guys who are good fixers more centrally located, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As I was saying though, every single encounter is going to start pretty much the same for the foreseeable future. Artemis goes at the weapon room. Hull damage missile, or the hull missile, goes to some other systemless room. That's the meta for this ship to begin with, until we can get enough scrap to get another weapon. So we have to ions and shields. That's really what we're dealing with here. So ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to probably get a little bit more buff on my system here, but they're almost always going to fire before you. And that sort of stuff happens. So that 85% rate of taking damage showed itself right here. So firing at this here, we'll see if he took it, which is good. And then we'll fire our hull missile. That'll actually kill him, which is good. So when using these missiles, be smart about where you fire these hull missiles. If you can get a kill shot in there, definitely do it. Don't waste a missile. You always have to think about where you're firing this missile. But like I said, you're almost always going to, unless you have a pre-igniter, they're always going to attack before you. These weapons are super slow, and there's nothing you can do about it. So expect to take hull damage because it's going to happen. They're going to have missile weapons, and theirs are going to shoot before you. It's going to be lose-lose many of the times. Alright, so bummer that there's a store down here. I kind of wish I would have went down there, but I wouldn't have had scrap for it anyways. But I'm going to hit up this dead node here, and then we'll come back up with ship. There's a nearby sun. I'll probably still do it, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and get out of here. So hopefully we can make it through at least a couple of sectors without losing too many of our missiles. That's really the only concern we have right now. Alright, buy one slave. It's another slaver, so we're going to attack him. Beam weapon, that's actually good, unless he times it out perfectly like we do when we use beam weapons. It's got 2, 4, 6, 7 health, which kind of sucks because I can't kill him with 2 missiles. But remember, I don't have to kill him because he's a slaver. I will get my slaver. And just like that, he did exactly what I didn't want him to do. I missed too, so that's even worse. Damn it. That is my life, is basically what it is. So, now what I'm basically forced to do is I'm forced to shoot my hull missile either at his weapon room, or I let him attack again, do that same damn thing where he does his regular weapon, followed up by beam, which is exactly how we do it. So we can't blame the AI for doing what you're supposed to do with beam weapons. I'm going to hope that this 4 damage actually causes the event to trigger where I actually get the slave Teakley, but he shot, so I'm still going to get hit by that, which is bullshit, but at least I dodged it. Alright, Teakley is nothing. He is going to go... guess I'll go in the shield room. So, it appears what I need the most is a laser weapon, and I need to bump up my shields by 1 to prevent those stupid attacks plus beam weapons. So, that's what we have to look forward to. We are currently 0 for 2 as far as what would have been hull damage, so we are currently riding 0% instead of the 15% chance to negate. We are going to try and keep an eye on that. I'm guessing I will lose count of it eventually, but honestly I don't know if I'm going to see if we ever negate that or not. I don't know if that's a thing that you can actually tell. I thought this one connected, but it doesn't, so I guess I gotta backtrack, which feels kind of cheap to me. That's a bummer. Alright, let's power up this Artemis. Pirate ship. I don't mind pirate. Missile weapon. Like I said, this is most likely going to go before mine. Nothing I can really do about that, but that's the name of the game. They just get to go before you. And if not, it looks like they're the same weapon. We might fire at the same time. Nope, he got to go before me. So, let's see if we dodged it. What is going on here? I didn't think he was a slaver. I thought he was a pirate. I don't need the... Sector 1's easy, so I'll take all the crew members I can get. I don't think I've ever had a crew so big this early on. It's insane. So, I really don't even have any place to put him. Double up on the shield room. Why not? Need some other systems is what I need. Just don't got no scrap because I've been taking on all these crew members. You'd think that'd almost be a hazard because I'd have to feed them. Should be a passive loss of scrap. Alright. Heavy laser. He's gonna be able to... yeah, he's gonna get a shot. Let's hope that 15% kicks in. See what we can do with fire prevention. Only you can prevent ship fires. Alright, so Artemis, take out his weapons after he hits me. Double shot, there it goes. Oh, and he hit my shield room, how about that? Oh, and on top of that, it hit both of the hull damage, so I did not negate. We are 0 for 3, so love that. See if my Artemis hits. Which it did. I'm glad it started a fire on that son of a bitch. he can offer a slave if he's got one. I am not taking it. No way in hell. 13 scrap. God, 6 fuel though, and 7 missiles. He sure knows how to get to the heart of me. That sucks. But I don't want to waste missiles until I have a replacement for it, so I'm pretty much forced to take this. I guess that's what we gotta do. Alright, we're done with this sun level here, so we can... Oh shit. Oh, I can't even get out of here. Open these back up here. Okay. I need to increase my engine because I'm not getting out of capacity. Oh, of course. Yeah, it just happens to be in the room that I'm in. I find that hard to believe. That's called shitty RNG for you, is what it is. Alright, ion weapon and heavy laser. Looking forward to the BS on this one. It's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna send these guys to the health room for now. Why not? I take damage anyways. There goes that. And... oh, I got lucky that that laser actually hit before his ion. I guess the ion was kind of floated out there. So, I feel good about that. He's got 246. He doesn't have any systemless rooms. That sucks for us. So, it doesn't really matter where we shoot, because it means we're going to end up wasting more missiles. That sucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for both of those guys to be in there, and I'm just going to... I don't think there's any splash damage. Breach, fire, and stun. So let them sons of bitches burn. Not enough though. But yeah, this is going to require so many missiles. So many missiles. Hate it. Oh, another fire would have been great there. That is unfortunate. We have to go through so many missiles for such a little payout too. God, that's awful. So awful. But we made it through Sector 1. We started out with 28 missiles. We made several jumps and finished with 23. So in the grand scheme of things, we did okay. We took 4 hull damage, which we have not successfully evaded anything or soaked any of that damage. So I didn't expect to. I expect if something gets through, it's going to do hull damage. So usually what that means is I sell that titanium plating very, very quickly. Ion Blast, unfortunately, is garbage for us because these here bypass shields, all that's going to do is prevent him from attacking. But charge time, 8 seconds. This is going to hit a shield first, so it's not even going to hit a system. There's nothing we can do about that, so it's worthless for us. So as soon as we find a store, that's going to go. We'll keep the rock plating until we need the augment spot, or unless we really need probably 25 scrap. There's just no benefit there, so you can see why this ship is kind of an uphill battle. It's got a really, really awful starting loadout. Let's take a quick look at the map, see where we're going to be heading. We have a whole slew of nebulas. Based on the fact that I can't be wasting too much time in any one particular stage, nebulas seems like a bad idea. So my guess is we're going to go hostile, hostile, civilian, hostile, civilian. We're going to go all the way across the top. So don't want to deal with Zoltan, especially with their Zoltan ships, because they block missiles. Bad idea. Pirates, good for weapons, so that's where we're going to end up heading next. So we will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.